Thank you.
I'm sorry. You go ahead. Are you finished? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm finished. It's just incredibly cumbersome.
Okay.
And also with the website, it's very difficult to get anybody in the office to return phone calls or return emails to be able to answer questions.
I'm seeing there are a lot of agreements on the chat. Someone else, please. Someone we
John,
have not heard from. Go
Don,
ahead.
Robert Nicholas, son of
Yeah.
one last comment. I would, I agree with all the comments wholeheartedly. Great comments. Also, is there any way that if we get certified in year one, that the certification is good for like 2 or 3 years versus year to year? I mean, 99.9% of our businesses are not going to change ownership and or outgo $1.2 million of revenue in 1 year. Just a suggestion.
Okay. Thank you. We'll make sure that it gets to the proper ears. Someone else, please. I, I see other people on the line. I know you would like to say something. Mr. Garlington, Ms. Marsh.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Isaac Garlington. I'm with CDM Smith. I previously worked in the public sector myself. I think one of the questions I think I've heard, I haven't been too involved with the certification process myself, but I think one of the things that we really key in on is sometimes there might be MBEs or WBs, there might be surveyors, or might be on site a lot of time where they're not actually in their office. Due to the nature of the job. So I guess my quick suggestion for streamlining this 6-month process and I understand that there may be what it sounds like under-resourced on Creo's standpoint, pardon me. But as far as field audit goes, maybe potentially like can a substitute, instead of being on site for a field audit, maybe there's a check such as like sending a letter to the business address and sending it back with a signature or something like that. Anything that could help streamline the process for people that are applying for MBE, WBE stuff. It also probably does affect prime contractors who want to bring in new MBEs, WBEs as well. But yeah, so I guess that's my quick 35,000 foot view of things. Appreciate your time.
And we appreciate your views. Thank you. Someone else, please. Would like Mr. Jones, are you on? Do you have anything to say? I'm sure you would like to have some comments you would like to offer.
Good morning. Actually, I don't. I am with Kansas City, Metropolitan Kansas City Community College,
Okay.
Executive Director of Procurement there, and here to listen about some of the trials and tribulations that people seem to be having with the city. I uh, uh, can mirror some of those comments that I've heard about MCC, so just wanted to kind of hear what's going on.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. There are others on the call. We would like to hear from you. Ms. Morris, Ms. Richardson, Mr. Farmer.
Good morning. I'm on the call sitting in for our development director, Bo Hamilton. He's attending, so I'm taking some notes so that he can. And I think our business developer Stacy Purvis was on one of the earlier scheduled dates.
Go ahead, since you made some comments, go ahead and introduce yourself and your organization.
Ron Farmer. I'm one of the co-founders of Chess Inc., Credit and Homeownership Empowerment Services, HUD-approved housing counseling agency here in Kansas City.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Have you all experienced any clientele who may be a small business who've tried to do business with the city? Have you had any experience with anyone? Any stories to share?
It has been a little while since we have the program that is around the corner from us, across from Kitty's Cafe. Porterhouse KC more directly has been working with startup and actual existing businesses that I know have been working with the city. We have in a different capacity, not so much as directly, but we are certified. And again, Bo is the one who handles that part. So,
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the comments. Is anything from Miss, I think it's Abra Sale, is that the name? Saul? Please forgive me if I mispronounced your name.
Yes, it's Mr. Saul. It's Ibra, and I am with TSI Geotechnical. We do geotechnical engineering, drilling, lab testing, and construction materials testing. I guess our experience with the city is more in the certification process. It's because most of the time for the way we get jobs, it's through subcontracting. So we partner with prime engineering firms, and they have us on their team, and that's how we get to work with the city. So it's more on the certification side. And quite frankly, I joined the company not long time ago. I would say just 2 months now. So I'm very new here, but I did hear what people were saying about how cumbersome is the process. So I did hear it from people in charge of the renewing our certifications here. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. What was the name of your company again? I'm sorry.
It's TSI Geotechnical. TSI.
Okay.
Geotechnical.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Adrian Morris here. I'm ready. Sorry, I was getting back into my car.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Morris. Go ahead.
All right. Making sure I follow the prompt. Please remind me of anything I didn't. Asia Morris, CEO, founder of the Green Line Initiative. We focus on residential real estate development. That's my for-profit that has MWDBE designations. Certification process, while long, was manageable. Recertification for my first year has been a massive headache. Primarily because of the lack of support I've been able to obtain. My biggest pain point is just a contact that is accessible. Call, email, even attempts to escalate have been unsuccessful, which is frustrating and scary because I am a sub for an organization that has a city contract. And so contractor, I guess there are other questions I also have that I have a hard time getting support with. My greatest success in moving the ball forward has been partnering or being mentored by asking someone who's navigated themselves how they did it. But I don't know if it should be incumbent on the business owners to train each other on how to get through it. But right now I'm stuck. So if anybody wants to call me afterwards and help me get through, I'd love that. Asia Morris.
So how long ago was your experience, Ms. Morris?
Come again?
How long ago was your experience with the city?
I'm currently working through recertification.
Right now. Okay.
Yes, for the Green Line Initiative.
And how long has that been that recertification? When did you start that, and how long you been in that process of recertification?
We are in the end of July. I had my calendar pinging in November to get everything together so I could be done by January. And
Wow.
I'm still getting emails that I respond to, and then direct emails that I'm sending out. But my understanding is that there's backlog and to be patient, but it's concerning.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Complacency or acceptance, or when, go ahead.
No, go
Or
ahead.
when
You
it will
go.
change, or when it will change, and it's just the time has expired. You know, like I don't know what the shot clock is I'm up against actually.
And you haven't been able to speak to anyone specifically or get a,
I have not.
no, not in all that time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. I was gonna say if it helps for verification or veracity, my point of contact's voicemail says that they are out of office mid-March to 4 days later, and that hasn't been updated yet. And the voicemail box isn't full, but it's not responded to either.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else would like to speak. I know there are two or three others who have not spoken. Mr. Woods, Mr. Richardson. I know, Ms. Stephanie, I know you've been on a call on one of our previous calls, and I know you're a prime. Would you have any comments from this, Ms. Connor?
Hey, no, I'm just listening today. Thanks,
Okay.
John.
Okay, thank you. There are two or three others on the call who have not spoken. Would like to hear from you. Ms. Richardson, Mr. Woods. This is our last session, so this is your opportunity to, again, have a say in the process.
Woods, Jerry Woods, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, I remember human relations back when it, I don't understand this portal. I've never had to use the portal, but I remember it back when it used to be, a very vibrant office. People answering the phone. Doors were not locked. You could walk in and somebody was there to greet you. What I notice now is, and I've heard several people say it during the meeting today, that when you call, nobody answers the phone, and I think that's very frustrating. I'm not trying to get certified or recertified. It's just that I just saw it your meeting today, and so I just wanted to attend it to just see what was going on. But I remember when you didn't have the portal, and you just do your paperwork. They come out to your house, and it was just it was a whole lot different than it is what I'm understanding it is now.
Okay. Mr. Woods, you have a business now?
Yes, I do.
Oh, what was the name of your business? I'm sorry.
United Underground Utilities, Inc.
Okay. I'm just curious what that was.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. There was one more thing I'd like to say.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't understand how the city, they do massive contracts, and they used to have an arbitration mediation department. They don't even have that now. So I mean, you enter an agreement with a prime or a general contractor, and we used to have a way that we could we could resolve things, as far as payment or whatever. but we don't even have that now. I mean, you get a contract, and you're just, it's kind of like out there by yourself, where you know you don't even have the city to come in there and say, well, hey, let's have a meeting and let's try to get this worked out. I don't see how the city could pass out millions and millions of dollars worth of contracts and don't have some kind of resolution committee in place to kind of handle situations.
So the old school way was better and more efficient.
Yes, I mean, you had Ms. Bahadine down there. You had Mike Bates. I mean, you had a department there that's all they did. They took care of mediation, arbitration. And you don't have that now. They used to have one over at the U.S. Department of Transportation, but then they moved that down to Texas, or they moved it down south somewhere. So now, a person in Kansas City, you don't even have anywhere to go, and you know, they wanted you to go to court. 3-4 years dragged out in court, but back then they had a place right there, and on the 4th floor, come down there, and they resolved anything down there. You get anything, any kind of problems you had, you could get it resolved.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Mr. Wood.
Okay. Someone else?
Yes, hi. This is Prouse Nichols with Primus Consulting LLC. We're a MBE, DBE contractor here in Kansas City. So yeah, not a lot new here. Just wanted to affirm what the rest of everybody else has kind of said, where it's been definitely more difficult recently to be able to find someone to communicate with consistently. Whenever we try to call into the city or even to like the CREO, Civil Rights and Equal Opportunity Department, it's really hard to get a hold of anyone, and just leaving voicemails with, you know, outdated messages of people that oftentimes aren't even in the department anymore. So yeah, just having turnover in the different city departments has been kind of tough. We'd like to think that there's a level of partnership that we could have, or even like a go-to person that we can communicate with when we have any questions when it comes to, yeah, getting certified, which thankfully we are, and getting recertified and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think that would be the biggest point. The second one is, our company actually thankfully got awarded, as part of a maintenance contract with the city of Kansas City, alongside a pool of 2 or 3 other contractors. We have not received a ton of communication from the different department heads tied to those maintenance projects. We would like to think that because we're part of that pool, that we would be getting some sort of like either automatic email or consistent communication of like, hey, here's an opportunity for you guys to come out and bid along with your 2 or 3 other people that you're in the pool with. Unfortunately, that has not been the case. So yeah, if we could get some sort of consistency there as well, that would be ideal. So,
Mr. Nichols, please restate the name of your company again. I'm sorry.
yeah, sure thing. Our company is Primus Consulting LLC.
Okay. And what kind of company is that?
We're a contractor. We predominantly focus on like roofing and sheet metal.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Ms. Smith, any comments from you? Ms. Amira Mahdi?
Hi, sure. I'm Ava Amir Mahdi. I'm with International Architects Atelier. We are MBE WBE architecture firm here in Kansas City. Our company has been certified with the city for ever since it all started. I recently have joined the leadership team and kind of went through the process for the first time myself this past year. I think in general, I kind of joined the call late, so I haven't heard what everybody else has said, so I apologize for that. But I think based on what I have been hearing, similar experiences, it was kind of a lengthy process. We would submit what was asked for, and then we got multiple rounds of follow-up for additional documentation or clarifications that extended the process for a long time. And sometimes it was unclear exactly what the ask was, to make sure that we were providing the city with the right information that you actually need. And as we are currently working with the city both as a prime and a sub, so we were at risk of losing our certification, and that's kind of critical for some of our contracts. So it was definitely a stressful situation to be in, to kind of have this process be kind of complicated and drawn out when we had ongoing contracts that we needed to maintain our kind of status for. So that's just my kind of two cents. And I saw a comment in the chat about having it be maybe a 2 or 3 year kind of renewal process. Yearly is definitely can be a lot, especially for smaller businesses, which we are. So.
Okay, thank you so much. Good hearing from you again.
Thanks, no problem.
Ms. Smith, anything from you?
No, I don't have any other sentiments other than what's been stated.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there anyone else on the call who has not spoken or would like to add some? Mr. Claiborne, I believe is Lance. Claiborne, are you on the call, or would you like to make some comments?
I am here. No, nothing else to add. I appreciate the
Okay.
comment reflected.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Maria Perez Andújar again with Index Lingua. I was wondering if there is a list, is a way to contact other certified businesses just for, you know, when I need some services, I'd like to be able to find someone that's also certified. And my other comment is regarding the city RFP contracts, contests. It would be nice also to know who's the winner, so we can contact them and try to get some subbing some of the services. That's another thing that I think would be helpful.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Good point.
Hi, Maria. In your previous statement, were you asking if there was like a list that the city has to see other certified firms, or are you suggesting a recommendation for them to have that?
I don't know if it is there, but it would be nice if it is. I don't know. That's why I suggest if there is one, I'd like to know, and if not, it might be a good idea to have one.
Okay, that is noted. I know there's one for the state of Missouri, but based off the information I don't have available access for the one in Kansas City, so I will note that for recommendation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? I believe most of you have spoken, but if you have another burning idea, a thought, now's the time to share.
John, Robert Nicholas. This question for you, I guess, or just someone. Can you give us any kind of direction to how quickly the city will react to our comments and concerns? Because they're all in that window right now of recertification. And again, I think you've heard that this is a very cumbersome, very laborious process for us. The MBE is important, but to us sole proprietors who wear numerous hats, this is very difficult. And I would really push for if you've been certified in 1 year, your certification is good for 3 years. I really push that. Our driver's licenses are, things like that are, So I think the one gentleman stated a letter on letterhead sent to the person's business address, signed here to certified, and give them an affidavit that you are telling the truth.
Okay.
But I think we're all in that window right now that we're having to work on this. The MBE is important, but us smaller people don't have time to dedicate a day or 2 days a week to getting this done. With all due respect, thank you.
Thank you so much. Courtney, maybe it's time to kind of just briefly walk through what the process is, so the folks on the call will know what that is.
Yeah, so Mr. Nicholas, in regards to your question about how soon the city will react to this, I unfortunately can't provide a timeline, but what I can do is provide the timeline for our study, which will have, you know, all of the input that you guys received in it, we'll compile it into a chapter. So our study is going to discuss your comments today, as well as some data portions, some policy that the city has, and we will suggest recommendations and note our findings. That full study will be available early spring, early winter. And so based off of what the city sees from our report, they might switch gears with any of their MWBE programs, their policies, or their how they operate their department and CREO. That process will likely not be very quick just due to the nature of kind of changing those things. So it will probably not be in the near, you know, few months that those changes will be enacted, if I'm being completely honest.
Before we end, I wanted to recognize, I hope he's still on, Mr. Manny Abarca. He's an elected official. I know he's with Jackson County, but see if he had any comments or thoughts before we end this.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Abarca.
Wood. No, I'm just listening in. I think it's an opportunity for Jackson County to consider as well, to doing this process to make sure that from the county side, we're meeting the same standards as the other side of the street or 12th Street. So just here listening.
Okay. Thank you for attending. Appreciate it. Courtney, maybe want to wrap this up?
Are there any other people on the call who want to add any comments, any questions maybe about the study before we wrap up here?
Hi, this is Shelley Cooper. So timeline wise for results summary of this series of sessions, you anticipate to be early fall? Is that what you said stated?
Early winter or early spring of 2026.
To summarize the conversations during the sessions or to make formal recommendations?
So we have a full report, so we don't release individual reports on this section specifically. This is all for use in our complete final report. So that information will be made available until that time.
You also have a business survey too that you're doing.
Yeah, so we're in the anecdotal phase of our study right now. So we have many different avenues where we're collecting experiences for business owners, data from them. And so this is just one of them. We also have informational meeting. And so we had 3 other of these. But another thing that I wanted to kind of mention to you all for additional participation, if you would, is the business owner survey. So this is a brief survey where you're just going to go through some questions. It'll ask about your business, your experience with the city, and it's a relatively quick survey. And so using the results of this survey, we will use it to for another portion in our study to analyze the private sector. And so that will be launching today. I have a link that I just put in the chat. So in about a few hours, I will of course follow up with all of you via email. This survey will be live and you can complete it for a chance to win a gift card. But we would love if you would take the time to complete this survey because this is just going to bolster our anecdotal evidence collection and also all of the comments and concerns and recommendations that we've heard here today on our session. All right. Does anyone have any additional questions or comments about the study? Anything recommendation wise for the city or barriers that you wanted to note that maybe not have been done on this call today? Okay. Well, I dropped the chat here, dropped the link to complete the survey in the chat here. If anyone has any follow-up questions or things they would like to note that maybe they think about at a later time, feel free to email me. I dropped my personal email here in the chat for you guys to reach out. I want to thank you all for coming out today. I know this is in the middle of the workday and you guys probably are super busy. So thank you for your time. And I hope you guys keep an eye out for the future study and also to complete this survey. We would really, really appreciate it. But that's all that I have. Again, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you to Phillips West, John Wood, and Terry Stapleton for moderating the session and for speaking with our business owners. So That's all I have. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.